Have you ever had that feeling at work that something just isn't right anymore? Like you're being pushed out, but no one is actually saying it. If you're over 50, you need to pay very close attention to this, because what I'm about to share with you could protect your job, or at the very least, help you see the warning signs before it's too late. Welcome back to Over 50 TV, where we show you how to earn more after 50. Now, if we've never met before, my name is Lou Reyes. I'm the publisher of Over 50 TV, and I'm a career coach. I specialize in helping people over 50 launch startups and side hustles. That's something I've done myself multiple times, most recently as the managing partner of ReyesAI.com, where we build smart, affordable, AI-powered websites and business tools for small businesses and startups. And with a remarkable 1 in 10 people between the ages of 55 and 64 starting a business in the last 3 years alone, I believe more people can benefit from using AI tools to build smarter, stronger businesses, just as I have here at Over 50 TV. If that idea has crossed your mind, you'll want my free Side Hustle Starter Kit. Get it by clicking the link in this video's description. Now, I've hired hundreds of people over the course of my career. I've run multiple companies, and yes, I've had to let people go. And I'll tell you this, when I had to let someone go, I told them directly. No games, no dragging it out. But not every company operates that way. In fact, many companies take a completely different approach, especially when it comes to older workers. Instead of being upfront, they use subtle strategies to push you out the door. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 common ways companies get rid of older workers without saying it directly. And more importantly, I'll show you what to watch for so you don't get caught off guard. Let's start with the most common one, job elimination. I hear this most frequently from my coaching clients. Your manager tells you your position is being eliminated. Sounds straightforward, right? But here's what often happens. A few weeks later, you find out the job wasn't eliminated at all. The responsibilities are still there, they've just been reassigned, sometimes to someone younger. It's one of the easiest ways for a company to avoid conflict. No confrontation, no explanation, just gone. Next is layoffs. Now look, layoffs happen. But here's what you want to pay attention to. Who's on the list? If you start seeing a pattern, a high percentage of older workers, or a mix of older workers and underperformers laid off, that's not random. That's strategic, and it allows companies to say it's just business conditions while distancing themselves from what's really happening at the company. Suddenly incompetent. Here's another one I hear frequently from my coaching clients. This one really gets under my skin. You've been doing your job well for years, maybe decades, and suddenly you're the problem. Now you're being written up. Now you're being corrected constantly. Now everything you do is under a microscope. What's going on? They're building a file. They're documenting everything. Not necessarily because you're failing, but because they want protection if things escalate. And here's the key question you should ask yourself. Are younger employees doing the same things you're accused of, but not being called out? Cutting your responsibilities. This is another big one. They start taking things away from you. Your authority gets reduced. Your responsibilities shrink. Tasks you used to handle. Now they're assigned to someone else. Maybe you used to hire. Now you don't. Maybe you train people. Now you're not involved. That's a red flag. And when that happens, don't guess. Ask your manager, why are my responsibilities being reduced? You deserve an answer. Isolation. Now this one is subtle but powerful. You stop getting invited to meetings. You're left out of conversations. You're no longer included in decisions. And over time, it starts to wear on you. You begin to think, maybe I don't belong here anymore. And that's exactly what they want. It's a quiet way to push someone out without ever saying it. If you see this happening, speak up. Ask your manager. Ask HR. Don't sit in silence. And here's a bonus one, because I'm seeing this more and more. Using technology against you. Suddenly there's new software, new systems, new processes, and instead of getting the support you need, you're left to figure it out on your own. Then, if you struggle even a little, the company starts acting like you're the problem, that you're not adapting or can't keep up. But here's the real question. Did they ever give you a fair chance to succeed? If this happens, ask for training, ask for clear expectations, and document everything. Because if others are getting support while you're being judged, that may not be a skills problem. It may be a setup. Cutting your hours. If you're in a role where hours fluctuate, this one is critical. Your hours start getting cut. A little at first, then more, then more. Meanwhile, others, especially younger employees, are still getting steady schedules. What's happening? Well, they could be squeezing you out. They're hoping you'll leave on your own. If this happens, don't go in angry, go in curious. Say to your boss, "I've noticed my hours are being reduced. Can you help me understand why my hours are cut?" And finally, denying opportunities. You apply for a promotion. You don't get it. You try again. Still no. Meanwhile, less experienced or younger employees move ahead. Why? Because some companies assume they're older, they're not sticking around. Why invest in them? That's a mistake. And here's what you need to do. Make it crystal clear that you are interested in advancing. Don't assume they know. Tell them. And if you're passed over, ask, "What can I do to be considered next time?" If they value you, they'll tell you what you need to do. They'll give you a clear path to promotion. But if they ignore your request, brush you off, or give you no real guidance, then it may be time to move on. Because if they can't show you a future there, they probably don't see your value. So don't beg for answers, don't get angry, and don't wait around hoping they'll change. Make a plan to leave and find a place where your experience is respected and your contribution is valued. And for some of you, that may mean taking a big step and building something of your own. Now let me say this clearly. If you're over 50, the job market can already be more challenging. So the last thing you want is to ignore these signs. If you see one of these happening, it might be nothing. But if you see multiple signs, you need to pay attention. You need to ask questions. You need to advocate for yourself. And you need to protect your future. Let me know in the comments if you have ever experienced any of these at work, and which one surprised you the most. And if you want help navigating your career, whether it's dealing with a situation like this or planning your next move, you can book a one-on-one coaching session with me. Check out the link in the description to learn more. And if you want to learn about some great second career options, check out my video, 7 High-Demand Jobs for People Over 50 in 2026, Easy Second Careers. There is a link to this video in the description box. If you are interested in starting a side hustle, you'll want my free Side Hustle Starter Kit. You can get it by clicking the link in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to Over 50 TV, where we help you earn more so you can retire smarter. I'm Lou Reyes, and I'll see you in the next video.